Renewal reviews equal trust. Trust that you're there when times are good. Trust that you're there when times are bad. Not that you're just going to call me when I don't have a payment or when I have a problem. It's trust. So they let me take this one this week introducing renewal reviews. I wonder why. Renewal reviews are such a passion of mine. I feel like I'm going to be the person that's like on my gravesite is going to be believed in renewal reviews, or it's going to be in my obituary somewhere. I just find that it's like quoting over the phone in personal lines. The people keep an open mind and they do it, swear by it. And the people who never really got over that hump struggle and they kind of live in that struggle zone. And then there's some people who won't even ever try it. There's so many misperceptions about renewal reviews. And I'm going to be upfront and honest. In this session this week for our hard market hero session, 6 sessions lead your team through hard markets. We're just not going to talk about getting outbound to everybody because I think that's one of the first hurdles that we face is calling everybody. Like that is the goal. And in my heart, I've been saying this for so long that I am so proud of the agencies that I've had the pleasure of working with for the past 9 years that got on the bandwagon early are in such a good position in this marketplace. Like, so proud of them. So if you're listening to this and you've been through our program and you're doing it, you are a hero. There are so many agencies out there that struggle with this, stay on the struggle bus, can't quite get there, never believe in themselves, put them last. And in my heart, I believe so much has it to be with a role confusion of, I want to do reactive transactions. And so as opposed to being their agent and having difficult conversations and cleaning them up and educating people, when someone wants to make a payment, I'm there. When someone wants a cert, I'm there. It's very, very much that 911 operator. But heroes love preventative maintenance. And to be a hard market hero, we have to get somewhat proactive. I'll give it to you. The agencies launching renewal calls now, it's difficult. You launched them a year ago, you're doing okay. But right now, and by the way, the reason I'm so proud of the agencies that did it 5, 6 years ago, 7, 10 years ago, even now, is because they have those relationships with their clients. They run off the bad people. Their book is clean. The clients trust them. That is what this is all about. Renewal reviews equal trust. That's all I can say. Renewal reviews equal trust. Trust that you're there when times are good. Trust that you're there when times are bad. Not that you're just going to call me when I don't have a payment or when I have a problem. It's trust. That is the bottom line. Renewal reviews equal trust. That's why I'm so passionate about them. Sometimes I want to say, if you could just have the magic fairy wand of the first 6 months and get through the hump, where would you be? And everyone would probably take me up on it. But it's not that simple. So I kind of want to walk you through, we're going to go through in the renewal review section. Again, no one's going to be forced to make every call, but we do need to do reviews of people calling in. We need to do reviews on non-renewals. I can't speak today. Non-renewals. And we also need to do reviews on people that we're going to remarket because we need to scrub these accounts. We cannot use old information and expect to get a better result. It's just simply not acceptable. So when we're running a totally reactive strategy, the only upside is that it's efficient. It's not effective, but it's efficient. When they call us, we need to pull out our renewal review sheet. Now, you are going to have to learn how to do these renewal reviews on the fly. Because if you tell an upset person that I need to research your account and get back to you, you have the risk, not all the time, okay, but you run the risk, especially if you don't have trust, that they're going to start shopping and that what you do is not going to be good enough. It's not going to be enough because of years where we didn't do things. I'm really encouraging people to say, if you're going to run a reactive model and that's your choice based on whatever you have going on in the world, okay, what I do want to say is instead, my thought process is you just got to get good, role play it out. How are we doing renewal reviews on the fly? And a lot of times the reason that agencies are reactive or fear, just fear and certainty. Fear if we call people, it's going to get blown up. Fear that the staff doesn't have the right script. Fear that we don't know what we're going to say. And I want to take all that fear away from you in this session. I really do. I want to give everybody the tools that they need. If not now, when? Okay. So that's the other thing. If you're calling people when a certain rate threshold happens, this is a very common strategy and I appreciate it and understand it totally. Right now, those rate increase numbers have to be looked at. Some are too low, some are too high, And if we're going to be in this market for 3 to 5 years, maybe someone's under the threshold for 3 years in a row, we still have a problem on our hands. So you have to be constantly monitor that. The idea, though, is if you're going to call people, we do not shop them before the phone call. Okay. I could talk for hours on why we don't shop someone before a phone call. The amount of time wasted on it does not equal success. We are doing it out of that fear again. We're operating out of fear. And anytime you're operating out of fear, you're not operating out of abundance. Okay. I say that and I'm going to get fired up about it because I can't tell you, you are going to talk to half of the people you reshop. So right there, say you do 10, 5 hours, burned. Do you know how many renewal reviews you could do in 5 hours? You can do one every 15 minutes. If once you get good at them, and you're not going to talk to everybody. So that's even being generous. My renewal review took 12 minutes on personal lines. I think I had 9 insurance policies. Okay. I just need us all to understand that our time spent being proactive means we're not going to have to repair relationships because we're repairing. So let's just do that. We do have. Okay. Again, if this is your strategy, I support it. I want your team to get good at what they say. Do not remarket ahead of time because we want to go tell that person something. Then we go ahead, we talk to people and some of them aren't even upset. So say you move 2.5 of them. We just spent 10 hours worth of work to move 2.5 people. And I could level that work up so much better somewhere else. And when I don't review it, I don't know that they got a new route. I don't know that their payroll has changed. I don't know all of the things that demand of us to be a good agent. And then to write clean business with our companies that don't flag inspections. And that is so narrow right now. I want to make a believer people. If you want us to come do a renewal review call program, we will. We will be there. We wear a bulletproof vest when we tell the team, and we will come out there and do it. But if you are searching for a better way, the renewal reviews are it. And then there's calling everybody, which is very difficult. I do not sugarcoat this to anybody. It is difficult, but it's the right thing to do. Burpees are difficult. Push-ups are difficult. Running is difficult, but it works, okay? It's difficult, but it works. Now, in the course that we're doing, the live sessions, you get our renewal review for, which I love people, but everyone's always like, can we get it to one page? I'm like, can you just tell me why one page matters so much? Because it's digital. So you're skipping sections. We have this thing in insurance one page, and one page doesn't really matter. The form is smart, so you need to go through it. But it's going to help you clean up contact information, payment strategies. It's got a rate calculator in it so that you can speak about rate monthly. It's got a discount checker. It's got review questions. It's got scripts on how to avoid the remarket and how to educate about inspections and why we should stay with the current company. It has all of this in there. So you're literally getting a toolkit to help your team grow on this. Even if we just start with non-renewals, what a great place to start. We talk about in this session too, how long prep for a renewal call should take. 8 minutes max. Really, we're aiming for 5 once people get comfortable. And then the notes are in the system. So next year we just have to refresh them. It's huge. Now, one tip I will say this, on renewal review calls, when people get jammed up, there's a handful of reasons why. And it's funny because when we launch this with an agency, there's always a third of the people that take it, do a pretty good job. 90% of the time, they're right on track. Like, no big deal. There's ones in the middle that just need to get the reps in. So they get the reps in and then they get into a groove. And that may take a little longer, might take a couple weeks, months, but they're in their groove and they're rocking and rolling. And then there's the ones that are curmudgeons and they do everything in their power to not make the call because they have beliefs that that's not in their role. They have beliefs that we're interrupting people. They have beliefs that's a salesperson's job. Or my favorite is the snorkel. They feel like they have to get this form so freaking right, like it's an underwriting document, that they go back into, a paper file you have locked in the back cabinet or 10 years worth of activities. And I'm just like, no, all that time spent, the person's life could have changed. We don't even know. We're just getting ready to make a phone call. They feel like they have to have everything right there. And really what they're saying is, I have to reshop this before making the call. But Kelly said no, because the math does not support that. We want to talk about that. We want to talk about how to leave voicemails that are going to get a response, how to introduce the call. If you go ahead and you say to somebody, is now a good time? No one wants to talk about their insurance. If you say to somebody, hey, I got your renewal in, so much is going on. I want to get all the updates, make sure you're getting your discounts, and talk to you a little bit about what coverages you need. You're going to get people on the hook. We go through our review questions. We go through how to update contact information. We go through reviewing their current coverage. In this market, people are underinsured, and this is what drives me crazy. There's just as many people who are calling to find out if they have enough insurance as they are bitching about rate. Probably shouldn't have said the B word. That might get edited out. We'll see. We want to keep that under control. We want to make recommendations and we have scripts on how to do that. We want to cross sell an account round to get those right down. Those monoline accounts are vulnerable. Let's shore those up. We want to go through a discount review and whatever comes out of it, we want to make sure that we always set expectations on the next step and set timelines. And last but not least, one of the things, there's three things I think that come out of a renewal review call that are so powerful, even if the conversation about rate is messy. And again, the more reps we get in, the better it becomes. The first is personalization. We can now go through our whole management system and add, what is Kelly's dog's name? For those who don't know, it's America. She's sitting here at my feet. Surprised she has not started pawing at me because it is her dinner time as I'm recording this. She's very particular. Dog can't tell time except when it comes to food. Swear to God. But we have that scenario there of we could customize it. What are their kids' names? What's their vacation? What's their hobby? So next time they call in, it's like, hey, Kelly, oh, I'm so glad that you're getting a new car. That's amazing. Is American going to love it? You can make this customized service now, which is unheard of. And it's going to make your agency thrive for so long. We can show gratitude. If you sincerely say thanks somebody, they're going to become a customer for life. But not just thanks, oh, thanks for business, but hey, I noticed you've been a customer for 6 years. We really appreciate that. We know that insurance is complicated. Thank you so much for trusting us. And the last thing is we can get referrals. So we know that in new business, we have a very thin margin of underwriting of what is acceptable now. Well, imagine you could take your best customers and duplicate them. Well, renewal recall cracks open the door for referrals. So it goes in the ecosystem of new business. I could argue a renewal review call is the keys to a great sales process because of the cross-selling, the coverage increases, the retention part, and then on top of it, all the referrals. So if you're even thinking about the renewal calls, if you want us to have that conversation, sign up for our Hard Market Hero course if you haven't. This week's all on renewal review calls. You can get the recordings. You can sign up yourself. But it's a great introduction to your team so they understand the why of all this. Let us take that burden off of them with this Hard Market Hero course. I can't speak enough of how these renewal reviews it's just a game changer and how proud I am for the people who got them done, because I think that maybe if we all had a crystal ball of what's going on right now, 5, 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, COVID was going on. That might have been harder. But there's plenty of agencies that did during COVID, to be honest with you, because we had already planned it and just sort of came up. I just want everybody to be thinking, would you have wanted to have this in place going into this market? And if the answer is yes, we're going to be here for 3 to 5 years. When's the best time to do it? It is right freaking now. So sign up, go to our website, sign up. The next course is all going to be on remarketing and when to, when not to, how to have those conversations as well. Huge opportunity for your team to win back their time by not shopping and shopping and shopping. Again, 3 to 5 years. We are halfway through year 1. We're going to be in this for a long time. We could spend a lot of time reshopping things that don't need to be shopped or causing inspection issues. So hop on that. But thank you all so much. If you've been playing along, awesome. If you're new to this, let us know how we can help you. We'll see you in our Hard Market Hero lessons this week.